Oh, this is just like glowing white here. This is really bad, isn't it? Try something. Trying to see if I can fix the lighten. No. Does that help a bit? Maybe. That seems to help a little bit. All right. Okay, I'm just going to share this video because I got a request from someone in my Facebook community, Women Creating Healthy Lives. If you're not in there yet, come on over and join us. So let me just do this. That's Women Creating Healthy Lives. So it's a Facebook group for women over 40 who really want to work on living healthier, happier life, right? Okay. Okay, this is fun. Decrease cortisol. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now, somebody commented about that they were in a stressful situation, which we all, women all basically are. If you work, if you have family, if you have a spouse, if you have whatever, you're probably doing a million things at once and running around. And so you're in this constant state of like, oh my God, I got to go, do. And every day is the same, right? It's just like nonstop. And then the weekend comes and you're at this where you're like, oh, I have so much to do. So when is there time to relax? When is there time to just sit and do nothing, right? So you're going through that, and that, again, puts a lot of stress, right? And then it just feels like you're never going to be out of that, never going to be out of that. So those types of feelings over and over again, and we experience them every day, all the time, consistently, or put you at this high vibration of stress. Now, if you are so used to living like that for years and years and years, then it's going to seem normal. And so Christmas comes, which is a more stressful time and more things to do. And so you thought, you got used to that one level of stress, right? Which actually was a consistent level of stress. Bad enough, right? And then you've added some more. And so you're over the top, right? So now you're noticing, oh, this is feeling way worse. The overwhelm, the extra stress, that is just not good. Now, stress has I'm not talking about all the negative consequences on it today, more about what you can do. But it has, you guys, it affects everything. It affects health. That it is, right? If you are in a consistent high stress state all the time, it is affecting your health. It is. It's affecting your hormone production because it blunts hormones. It puts on fat. It prevents you from losing fat. It can affect your digestive system in a huge way. I notice that because that's where it hits me. It'll give you the headaches. It'll give you, it's toxic for your body. It can cause inflammation within your body, which leads to illness and disease, right? Aches, pains, not feeling good. You won't be able to sleep. It causes your adrenal glands to be tired. Your adrenal glands produce hormones, so therefore it blunts hormone production. Your adrenal glands also give you the energy, so eventually you're going to bonk and have no energy, feel tired and exhausted. It will decrease your immune system, so you will get sick more often. So you see, stress is extremely important. Now, we're going to talk about what you can do, but if you're at a phase where you're like, but my life, the way it is now, there is no way I can change it or decrease the stress. This is just the way I have to live. So when you think about that too, that for sure is not a good way of thinking, because that again will put you in an even worse state or phase. That is a feeling of hopelessness. Nothing can be done. This is the only way that I can live. I am powerless. I am a victim, and things like that. See what I mean? So it's huge. It goes all through you, affects every aspect of your life, and becomes your belief system. So your belief system actually becomes that you have no power. There's nothing you can do, and therefore nothing is going to change, because that's truly what you believe is your reality. So if you truly believe that, then nothing will change, right? So what you want to do is realize that that could be going on, and that there is always something you can do It's just you may not have been willing to do it, or you may not have realized how important it is, or realize now it's because of my belief system that's really solid within me. That's why I have not started making changes. So just know that's where you're at. That's okay, because now is the time you can make a change, right? Now is the time you can make a change. So some things you can do. And hello, if you're watching, say hello so I know who's watching. Even the replay, I love to see who's checking it out. If you have any questions or comments relating to you or anything, please post them below and I can talk about that. So so what are some of the things you can do? So some of these things, I just wrote a few things down, and then I'll tell you a little bit about cortisol and how it's not meant to be harmful to us because it's a hormone, it's fine. So what you can do, so things like that I help all women with, of course, is food. Food's a huge one. And I'm not going to go into great detail about how certain foods affect the hormones and all on and on. This is just going to be awareness, right? And kind of like what you can do. So changing your diet to whole foods, that means, of course, getting rid of packaged, processed junk foods, deep fried foods. And it doesn't mean you can never have them. It doesn't mean you, oh my God, I have to give them up forever and I can't even have one little piece. No, it just means now you're going to focus on having way more whole foods, good health, which means real foods. They're either, if you eat meat, they're good, lean, organic meats without hormones. So that means basically it'll say that. Most things at the conventional grocery store have all those things in it, which screw around with your hormones in your body and just cause more problems with the cortisol and rising your insulin levels and all of that, and blunting hormones and mixing up hormones. So you really want to look at the good foods. If I can get as many organic foods as I can get many whole foods. So, vegetables, fruits, plant-based things, as many plant-based proteins as you can, as well as if you eat the meats and stuff, then making sure you're making really good, healthy choices with your meats. So eating real foods. Getting away from the fake foods, the 100-calorie snacks, stop counting calories, stop worrying about fats, include way more healthy fats, coconut oil, good extra virgin olive oils, but not going crazy on them, but who does? You don't drink a cup of olive oil anyways. Things like nuts and seeds, there's ways of making them healthier by soaking them. But, making sure you're getting some good sources, ground flax in your smoothies, things like that. So you're really going to focus on including, and if you're really lost at how to change it, that's exactly what I can help you with, how to change eating without it being overwhelming and confusing and terrible. And, so really about, a lot of it is focused on anti-inflammatory foods too, which are, you can easily look up those. Anti-inflammatory foods are high alkaline foods, right? And high alkaline foods are anti-inflammatory foods. And they are, of course, are greens or vegetables, some nuts and seeds, certain grains. Now, foods that cause inflammation, of course, are like the breads and the sugars and the alcohol and certain grains. Like, you want to get rid of as much white stuff as you can. Does that mean that you can never have a muffin again? No. It just means that if you go to a coffee shop and you have a muffin every single day, that's a problem. For one, that raises your insulin levels right away. Cortisol. If you have any stress in your life, if you don't manage your diet, it will keep it there or make it worse. If you work on also helping your body balance the hormones better and levels of cortisol and insulin, then you will feel better, right? So food has makes a complete difference also in managing all of this. So really getting the healthy foods. Now, exercise is a few things because of how it affects the chemicals in our body and the hormones of our body. How it affects that for sure. Strengthens your heart, all of this, your immune system, all of that. But also because it's a stress release or relief. But don't do exercises you hate, because then you're going to avoid it and then it might be just more stressful. So if you are somebody who's at that point where you're very, very stressed, and so you're actually feeling very tired and fatigued and bogged out right now, then don't over-exercise. You want your exercise to be like a walk, like a stroll, doing some nice yoga, doing yin yoga, like doing some sort of just a nice relaxing, helping your body relax, right? Going through that, and anything that helps your body relax. So what does relax you? What makes you feel good? What makes you feel safe? What makes you feel that? There's also grounding. So you can do grounding techniques by barefoot on some ground if you're in a hot place, connecting to the earth, or visualizing like a light coming through you all the way down through your feet and into the middle of the earth, and holding on to the middle of the earth. So kind of grounding you into the earth. It's also things like you can look at some chakra meditations, or base, like red chakra, base chakra meditations. You can look at that. That is for grounding. That'll help decrease the stress. There's breathing. So if you've gone to yoga classes or any, it's called pranayama. So working on, there's lots of videos on YouTube on working on how to, like you can just look up some breathing exercise that'll help me relax. And you can do those things in your car. Like I do a lot of breathing exercises in my car, working on my breath and, you know, relaxing myself while I'm driving. Really good thing to do. So there's all of that. That is how you help every day to decrease your stress. You want to check in throughout the day. You can even set an alarm on your phone, because we forget and we just keep going and just and goes like this all day, right? On and on and on. We forget to check in and go, hold it. Breathe, right? And when you breathe, it's a good idea to breathe in through your nose, but exhale through your mouth, right? In through your nose and exhale through your mouth. A quick thing would be count of 4, inhaling, count of 6 to exhale. And do that about 10 times. That's it. That'll take less than a minute, probably. And that'll really help you. That'll take about a minute. Probably a little more, actually, if you add it up. Things like that. So we got what we need. And there's also, sorry, I just want to, I forget. Adaptogens. Herbs and supplements. Some of them are, I'm just going to list some of them. There's ashwagandha, which is, it's a Ayurvedic herb, and it's a root, but you can find it ground in powder. You can find ashwagandha in pills or in a powder form. Powder you can put in your smoothies, or you can make ashwagandha lattes. There's lots of recipes online for that. That helps us, our body handle stress better, helps you calm down a bit. So that is something you can add. There's also astragalus. You can look that up. You can find that. Most of these at health food stores in pills, or in like a form that you make into like a tea or a ground powder. You can add to various things too. Then you have ginseng, licorice root, holy basil, which is a tea called, you might see it as tulsi tea, and medicinal mushrooms such as reishi and cordyceps, all of that. There's lots and lots of those now available at the health food stores. You can make them into teas. You will find that, or you can also get them in capsules, right? And then rhodiola, which has really been known for stress for a long time. You can find tons of capsules with rhodiola, and that helps you handle stress. And then, of course, sleep. So getting more sleep. And people who are stressed usually don't get enough sleep either, because their mind does not stop. So it's really, and the big kicker here is you need to change something in your life. Something in your life needs to change. And by you continually, like I said at the beginning, saying you can't change it, you can't change it, you can't change it, you can't change it. That is an excuse, that is a story, and you may not be able to change the situation or the person, but you can change how you react to it, and you can certainly start some stress reduction techniques. That's what you can do. So instead of feeling helpless and saying over and over again that there's nothing you can change and it's not going to change and this is just the way my life is, you have to know that you can make changes for you, within you, by doing certain things, by reading even some spiritual passages in the morning, by taking time in the morning to do some breathing, sitting, reading, doing something that brings you joy. Like, what are you avoiding? What haven't you been doing? You probably have a lot of pent-up resentment and anger and stuff around what is causing all this stress in your life. And so that is things that you need to find more time for you to do things you like, or even one time a week, just start. It takes just starting instead of continually going over in your head that you can't, right? So you want to change that aspect and start to say, how can I? What can I do? And not even looking for the answers or expecting an answer right away. If you start asking, what can I do to decrease this stress? Like, what are some things I can actually do every day? And checking in through the day and doing 10 breaths is something you can easily do no matter what, no matter where you are. So see, that's already one thing you can do. You can sign up for a class like of yoga. You can sign up for a meditation class if you'd like to be and have someone tell you and show you what to do instead of you trying to figure it all out. There's tons and tons of videos on YouTube, right? Lots. You can look for some of those adaptogenic herbs that I talked about. And for sure, you can work on what you eat. And that'll make a difference. And just the understanding that, oh, this high stress state isn't serving me, isn't good for my body. So how can I support my body better? Right? How can I support my body better so that I can handle some of the things that are going on in my life? What can I let go of? What can I release? What can I get help with? And who can I ask to help me? All right. There you go. I hope I gave you some suggestions. And if you have any questions or comments, please post them below. And if you have not joined my Facebook community yet, Women Creating Healthy Lives, then come on over and join us there. And I do have more programs. You can check my site out, dianamarchand.com. All right. Goodbye. Oh, I got to just keep getting how to set this thing off. Now I forgot. Sorry, guys. I forget how to do this, and then I end up doing this every single time. See if this does it. There we go.